Good morning. Welcome to the tutorials of the lessons related to learning of English. As this program is titled English for Educated Learner, it may make some people raise their brows or to feel irritated. What does it mean by for educated people or educated learners? So first, I would like to throw some light upon the difference between education and literacy. Usually it is noticed that literacy is very badly confused with education in India. Rather, they are two totally different things. Literacy has, if anything is to do with your certificates or your piles of papers you attained as testimonials for acquiring a degree or a diploma or your qualification. You are qualified, but are you educated? There may be doubt about it. Education word has been derived, rather it is borrowed directly from a French word education, and to French it has come from a Latin word educatio, education, and the root of the word is educo. Now educo means to lead or to spread awareness and to make someone aware. So education is a concept which makes an individual understand the difference between right and wrong. When you are able to differentiate what is right and what's wrong, it means you are educated. Now you can understand very well how much our education system emphasizes on this aspect to make the things right or wrong separated. There is all the emphasis on literacy to make everybody literate, but to make them educate, it is obliterated. It is sent under the carpet. Coming back, so this is a program in the form of videos to make you understand English in a better manner, and it is meant for all those who are learners and who are seekers and who wants to yearn to improve their efficiency and capability to express themselves in English. English is, of course, a very important language in India. In every walk of life, in every phase of life, it is required. Any industry, any business, everywhere English is expected. And if you are good in English, of course, it adds more beauty into your expressions. In English, we will be talking about spoken English. When we talk about spoken English, it has two different aspects. The first aspect is what to say. What to say means the content, means your vocabulary and grammar and the formation of sentences, and then making them in the form of speeches. That is what you want to say. That is one part, and the other part is how to say. And here the pronunciation fits in. So I'm going to begin with pronunciation of English language. And I'm sure that it is going to be beneficial and fruitful for everybody, whosoever is going to listen to them. You can watch these videos with your kids, with your friends, and even with your family members, and everybody is going to be benefited. I will try to make them as fruitful as possible. So, pronunciation. One more word is there for enunciation is also there. Pronunciation is a very, very important part of language. If you are able to pronounce your language properly, of course, you make your mark in the mind of a person who is listening to you. Now, in pronunciation, what is important? Correct pronunciation. There are many people, they make excuses that it doesn't matter the way you speak, what you speak. If you are understood, it's okay. This is called substandardness. Any kind of substandardness in pronunciation is not acceptable. Correct pronunciation depends on three things. It needs three things. First is you must have intelligibility. Intelligibility means understandability. English is not our native language. We are Punjabis, we are Himachalis, we are from different states of our country, and in all different states, people have different accents. They have their different dialects. There's a word for dialect, it's called patwa. P-A-T-I-O-S. P-A-T-I-O-S. Now, if you ask any ordinary person who will be pronouncing this word as a patios, but the word right pronunciation is patwa. Patwa. See, pronunciation is important. Patwa means a dialect. So different dialects are prevailing in India. If everybody speaks English in his or her own dialect or in her own influence of the mother tongue, of course it's going to create a great confusion and the understandability aspect of language would get lost. So first is understandability, and the second part is that is important is acceptability. It should be acceptable to everybody, whatever you speak. If you're acceptable, you're accepted the way you want to speak. Of course, it's also going to make an impact, especially if you're talking to the native speakers of English, maybe from any country where English is mother tongue. So there should be understandability. Second thing is there should be an acceptability. It should be acceptable to all and it should be understood by all. And for that aspect, for that reason, it's important to learn the right pronunciation of English or any other language. But there are lots of different ways people speak in the world. Like, first of all, there is a Southeastern British English. Then there is American English, Scottish English, educated Australian English, educated Canadian English. There are lots of. But among all these, we would be trying to understand a set pattern of English that is called Southeastern British English. It's also called Queen's English or King's English, or it is also called BBC English, or in simple form it is also called Received Pronunciation of England, RP. Received Pronunciation of England. This is adapted by Indians, and in India, if you listen to any news channel in English or you listen to any radio transmission or any learned person, they all adopt this received pronunciation. So I would be emphasizing on received pronunciation part of English, and I would be training or trying to make you understand it in the coming videos. A simple reason to learn it, one more example I'll give you. Like, for example, there's a word W-E-S-T and then V-E-S-T. Any ordinary person, he would say west-west. But this is wrong. This is substandard. First, W-E-S-T is west and next V-E-S-T is west. They are two different. But an ordinary person pronounces these two words similarly. There is no difference. But there is a sky difference. And a native speaker would misinterpret it as west, although you're saying west. And one more word, that is W-O-M-A-N and W-O-M-E-N. Mostly people say woman. When you suppose a person comes from England and you say woman, so he would understand W-O-O-M-A-N, woman. Woo means to propose a woman for marriage. So the right pronunciation of W-O-M-A-N is woman. Woman. And W-O-M-E-N is women. Woman, women. Man, men. So pronunciation is very important. If you try to imitate it, or while I will be telling you how to pronounce the words or telling you the reasons and the logics behind pronunciation or the rules and principles of pronunciation, is going to actually help everybody, whosoever is going to listen to these videos. I'll be starting with the rules of pronunciation in the next video, step by step. Thank you very much for sparing your time and listening to me. I will be trying my best to help you as much as possible. You can even drop your ideas, your questions, or your doubts of any kind. I'll be trying my best to answer them in the next video. Thank you very much.